come and check us out. If we think it's sports, come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's sports,
NBA record with his 12th three-pointer of the game.
Jay-Z in the Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. He was
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Why is he not better than him?
So everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
all right. So I don't want to start with violence. So I'm going to toss to somebody else, but I got some violence. I'm coming and I'm airing this bitch out. So I'm gonna toss it to somebody else.
Wow.
Are you good?
Start the show. Nope, I'm gonna air it out. Yeah, but y'all go ahead. Somebody else start with the pleasantries.
How y'all doing today? What's going on? Y'all ready to pie? Y'all good? I mean, everybody else, Mike about to come.
Yeah, I'm ready to
so
pie.
how everybody else doing before Mike, blow this joint up?
Pause.
I'm good, man. I took a nap. I took a nap. Remember those days you come home from school, your parents say you take a nap and maybe, have a little energy to go for the rest of the day. Only thing I didn't do was eat yet, but I took a nap. I'm good.
I used to be the case until I found a blank VCR tape and was on that blank VCR tape. I never took a nap after that.
Yo, man, you wildin'. You nasty. You I can't believe that. No, Brad, you was the king of the after school nap senior year though.
Was I?
I thought so. I know I was.
Maybe.
Quick joint. It's a quick joint. We get
Oh yeah.
Little quick joint before boys came
Quick
through.
little quick joint. But a little time there was crazy.
I be needing, man. Working early in the morning, and then you try to stay up watch like the football game or something like today, the BET Award, Hip Hop Award, trying to stay up till like 11 o'clock, and you got to work at 5. You know what I mean? You only get like 2-3 hours of sleep.
Staying up for the BET Awards. That's wild. That's wild.
We're trying to have a little time with the wife,
Yeah, remember BET Awards? The family used to sit down. I don't know. Did y'all family used to sit down?
Yeah,
maybe
like,
not. Depends,
I might have been like Elder Bars or something. My sister like Elder Bars, and we was watching it one year. It used to be. I
remember when what's her name? Shirley Caesar was on. And my grandma was almost close to Holy Ghost one time. I'm like, Grandma, this is, relax. But then I don't know who came on after that. She was just like, turn it off. Beyonce, maybe Beyonce or something crazy. But yeah.
All right, preach. Do you have any pleasantries before I air it out?
Do I have any pleasantries? Not really. I did want to ask Mills, is the post office going crazy? It seems like y'all have a huge hiring campaign. So are y'all hiring more people?
Oh yeah, they're trying to.
Huh?
They're trying to fill everything. They got every position trying to get filled right now. They hurting for employees. It all started, with COVID and all that stuff. People taking out of work, and a lot of people still don't want to come back. They got comfortable at home. So a lot of people retiring too. New contracts and stuff coming out. So they're just trying to fill that emptiness before the holiday season comes.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering, just trying to, get.
Yeah, they had open interviews at the post office, like if they just letting people in. So
which is
that's
crazy.
definitely that's dire. So that's not normal.
I'm crying. All right, that sounds like enough pleasantries to me. So I do. I want to give a shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tony. He talked about that. We need to unionize as a friendship. Like 3 years ago, he said that we need to unionize. And then shout out to Naz. Naz believe in holding court whenever somebody do something outside of code of conduct in the group, in a real man's group. We hold court and give people a chance to explain. Normally it's something when they break some rules inside the group chat. But I want to hold court today, and I'm bringing Mills. I'm bringing Mills, Rad, and Preach. I want y'all to be the judge. Give Mills a chance to explain himself. But I want to know, was Mills wilding? Was he wilding for giving our information to that life insurance dude that keep calling me now? He won't stop calling me.
I'm not going to hold you, but Mills was definitely bugging for doing that. Yo,
what
I'm
is
like,
going on?
first of all, and the thing about it is we wouldn't have known had Mills not messed up and sent some message to us. Like, I don't even know how he got that message. And Mike was like, yo, Mills, what is this? Mills like, oh, by the way, I gave this life insurance dude, you know what I mean, y'all information. So I'm like, and then I don't want to get Mills' business, but like, it's not even the right life insurance. Like that's
there is options. I don't know what options fit y'all better. The guy just wanted to know, you know what I mean, if we had anybody that we can recommend, you know, that was looking, you know, or wanted to change what they had. They had kids, they had like different things that was going on and stuff like that. So, you know, I just thought I was being a good friend, you know, to make sure y'all guys are set for the future, your family and everything like that.
Mills,
and
Mills, I don't know what's worse, life insurance people or Jehovah Witnesses. You're bugging. They both be like, wow, like, yo, get off me. Anytime I show interest in anybody that sells life insurance, it's like, you know, it's like they just gonna cheap. I'm like, yo, bro, I know. Don't get me wrong. Before we get to continue the jokes, life insurance is important. So everybody should get a life insurance.
Yeah,
It's a way for wealthy people to get more wealth. But
my thing is just out of the friends that you have, you thought that us three would not have life insurance already?
No, it wasn't that. It was I had to give names kind of like at that moment, and y'all was the only numbers I
Did you get money
off?
off?
Huh?
Did you get a discount for giving our numbers?
yes, he did. It's a referral. I knew that's why he did it. Listen, I'm like, why would Mills give this dude? Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, okay, it must be a referral. Cuz called me, yo. I'm like, cuz, yo. And then had the nerve to tell me, listen, I could be saving other lives here. I'm like, yo, like, bro, you sell life insurance, bro. Your whole game is that I die before I can cash in on the life insurance. Like, shut up. You're not saving nobody. You want me to die before I can get to the money. Like, give me a break, bro.
I must have not got. He must not gave the wrong number because I definitely didn't call. Maybe yet.
Because Lex gave shots. So.
You lucked out, right?
He did that. That's the Kobe joint.
The wild thing is, dude called me right after the show. That was the crazy part. It was mad late. Like I'm driving. I'm like,
life alert.
I'm like, yo, who is this? He like, oh, da 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 da. I'm trying to. I'm like, yo, bro, come on, bro, stop talking to me, man.
The moral of the story is it's good to have friends that care about you, man.
Nah, man.
Mills, you just keep it a stack. You wanted to get the referral and wanted to get a couple dollars off your insurance. That's why you did it.
So you used to be on trial with Facebook. You done sold us to Russia. I can't believe.
That's who hacked it.
Definitely sold our data. That's crazy.
Man, definitely sold our data, bro. The dude kept calling me. And he tried to set up a joint at like 10:30 at night.
He hungry.
He is hungry. And so I blocked his number. Bro, he called me from an only enjoy. He hit you
with the car warranty joint.
Bro, I answered. He like, hey Mike, I couldn't get a hold of you. I'm like,
listen,
Mills, did you sign up? You signed up, Mills?
Yeah, me and Lex signed up.
Yes, he told us.
Is it good? Like, we're talking about a credible person here? Is he fine?
No, it's
fine?
It's
okay.
I don't even know what company it is.
Sound like he's doing things that it shouldn't be good. I don't know.
This what got me though.
Hungry,
this
bro.
what got this what I do with those people. I sign up, right? I literally signed up for a day for him to call me. It was Wednesday at 7:30, and when he was like, "Oh, we gonna set it up," I was like, "Absolutely, Wednesday at 7:30, I got you." Cuz called me, man, ignore, and then he's like, like it's over.
But you listen to the pod, keep listening, bro.
Man, because he could have been reaching out to somebody else.
Okay, then let him. Mills, it's one thing if he's handing out free turkeys. It's another thing if Cuz is trying to, like, he's selling me life insurance, Mills. It's literally a game. The whole point of the, like, that's why I talk about is term, and it is just lifetime coverage for it. Because a lot of people, like a lot of young people may get, like, if you get 20, 30, 40 years, it's like, if you outlive that, it's finito.
Absolutely.
Done. You just lost. And that's what they bank on. That's what they bet on. And generally, term is really what they giving out now, unless you're willing to pay a lot of money. Or unless you got it earlier. You know what I'm saying? Depends on, your parents and the situation of that. But I mean, it's all a hoax, man. Give me a break.
I just couldn't believe that. I was like, Mills is shady for that. Mills put the Jehovah Witnesses on this, bro. He is savage. I give him that. All right, so Mills, we're gonna let you slide. We're gonna let you slide on this one, but next time, bro, don't be selling our joint to Russia. Speaking of that, y'all are probably 3 of the people that was least affected by the Facebook and Instagram shutdown. But are y'all aware of it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I just thought it was my phone. I'm at work.
Oh yeah. Work.
And if I'm at work, it's like internet hit and miss. It's like, so I thought I would just reach calls, like whatever. I figure it out when I go on break or something like that. And I didn't think none of it. I really didn't think none of it. Then Sean called me. She's like, yeah, Facebook but now. I was like, oh, she would know because her whole business on Facebook. Business. So that's how I found out. I honestly did not even know.
But that is funny you said that because I was about to press nut like, yo, bro, did you do like some type of payment plan to cut off our internet service?
Wait, you still with nut?
Yeah, I'm still a nut.
Oh my god, like Mills.
Listen, I tried to escape money in the long run, so I had to grind it out. But I thought he had it with the bread, the little.
Yo,
but Mills
putting Mills in a 360.
The issue is Mills, like you're married, like you just gotta like get out of it. Like you just got to pay more. If you have to pay more,
I can't do it, bro.
I mean,
I went from Verizon paying like $350. You know what I mean?
Mills sound like Mace trying to buy his masters back from Diddy for $2 million.
I can't do it.
He like, nah, bro. You gotta come.
I saved a lot of money on my car.
Mills sound like Mace right now. That's
God. Your Mills is saving money at every turn with his phone, trying life insurance.
It's like it's like Mike. Mike, just go buy your own, Hulu, your own Netflix. You know what I mean? You're trying to save money. At the end of the day,
but that's different
like
though. That is different. Hulu and Netflix.
I don't pay anything. I don't pay anything on that. You was dependent on not paying his bill every month.
Yeah, we got an understanding. That's just what I thought because previous things that happened.
Yeah.
But we good now. You know what I mean?
Good now. That's what's
I
up.
laid down the law. You know what I'm saying? So we going in the right direction.
I don't understand why he can just put your name on everything. That's like you can just switch the name. That's number one. And number two, you can just get access to the account and just pay what you have.
Had that stuff. How about that stuff?
So what was the issue before? You didn't have it? You was just getting him the money?
I didn't.
Okay, move on, Mike. You're a fool.
That's
why Cuz with the life insurance got him. Nut got him bags. The life insurance guy.
Do at the mall playing 3-count Monty. It's like every turn, Mills going for the.
If a Jehovah Witness come by the door, Mills, do not answer it. Okay, just don't answer.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen,
tea with Jehovah Witnesses.
You get some good dialogue with the Jehovah Witnesses. I ain't gonna hold you.
Listen, and Mills for the fantasy draft. I think I talked Mills out of good draft. Mills is sitting right next to me, and Mills draft the worst team I've ever seen in my
I don't have that team anymore.
No, he didn't. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. He probably had better. He probably faring off better with that team. Probably
days in DK.
Mills is going on 17.
Those 3 wides.
With that team? No, he wouldn't have.
You won a game in our league?
Yeah. First week.
Oh wow!
I never lose to a rookie.
Mills going 1-17 then, or 1-16.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Mills,
Tony's whole team is hurt, right?
I was looking at even your projections. It's just sad over there, bro.
The projections don't mean anything.
I know, but it's like 100.
Like Mike said,
I was
like 110.
Brad had an A+ in the draft, and he only won.
I'd be like, come on, man. I'd be hurt.
You want my team or your team, Mills?
Huh?
You want my team or your team?
I would absolutely want your team. I need a quarterback.
Okay.
I don't know, man. So. But because I traded him a quarterback. But
I traded you a great receiver.
No. We were Deebo Samuel was going off. Like
we did our thing. We did a great.
Deebo Samuel is going off. I'm not upset about that at all. I'm just saying, like Rad. Remember when Rad said he had the wides? His wides is terrible. I want to point that out.
AJ Brown,
Allen Robinson, I got the wide.
I got Jamar Chase.
You don't have the wide.
I got Jamar Chase. He can hold down. He can hold me down.
He definitely like the wides.
But I
thought I had the wides, but my wides are terrible.
Yeah,
I just shit Lockett out of there. I try to give him a chance, dog. I try to give Tyler Lockett a chance, and I stay away from him just because he's so boom or bust. But his boom is crazy. I can't deal with that every week, man. I can't get 30 or 3. Like I need a little bit more consistency. I need a little.
That's my point with quarterbacks, man. I learned my lesson, man. You're gonna have to reach, especially in the 2 quarterback league.
You don't
at some point,
but it's not reaching. Like
It is.
you gotta be clear. Yeah, that was
bottom of the barrel.
The reason I say reach is like I was talking to Rad at work today. I'm like, yo, it's 32 quarterbacks, right? In the league, it's 32 quarterbacks. Like in order to win in our league, you got to get at least 20 from one or the other. You know what I mean? I have 5 quarterbacks on my roster, and none of them got over 15 all season, except for Jameis the first week when he gave me 36. But that'll never happen again.
Mills, you don't know. Mike T coming back a couple weeks.
Mills, the issue is this: when you're in a 2 quarterback league, like you have to know, like when there's a run on quarterback, you just can't sit there and allow yourself to be like, if you don't get a top 13 quarterback, you're going to lose. It's called losing, and that's what's going to happen to you because we know it. Like it's clear. One of my other leagues, I tried it. It's a bad idea. Like trying to go running back heavy, unless you're me and you know how to maneuver. But like doing that, it's just something. It doesn't work out because the quarterbacks, especially now, they throw so much. Those big games happen all the time. Like it's commonplace. It's like getting Kyler Murray.
Bro,
you can't like that's 40 points. It's like what are you gonna do?
I have a quarterback that throw a lot.
Like Jalen Hurts. That's how Mike lost. Like you can't win against that.
Yeah, the bonus. Yeah, he got the bonus on me.
It's like Jalen Hurts. He's gonna get 370 yards and he's gonna run for like 100 yards. You can't beat that.
Bro, I got a bonus from one of my quarterbacks and they still gave me 11 points.
But you have Ben Roethlisberger and Jameis Winston. They suck, man. Like I like.
You got Baker.
And Baker, it's just like
Baker.
Mills. You have no wins at all. Like
I got one.
I know what I mean by that is your team is just bad. Like
so I want you to use that same energy for everybody around you because we all got one except for you.
What Mills?
Yes.
Well,
we have a combined total.
I'm top 6. I'm top 6 in points though. I have some tough luck.
But y'all know, like regardless, and that's in points. Granted, you can lose because Mills was like top 3 in points and he lost all those games at once. So it is possible. Yeah. But I am the number 1 person with points. So I knew my team eventually, like, I'm going to start winning games because I have a good team. Like you just can't I can't keep putting up 150 points and losing everybody. Like at some point, something got to give. That's like
close though.
No, we're not. No, you're right. Like one thing go wrong, it's over. But and then somehow that's just what it is. But I'm saying like y'all teams, like Mills, your team is terrible. It's just bad.
My team really is not that bad.
No, it is. I
have top wide.
It's fine.
Top 20 backs.
Rad team is, but Rad, like Allen Robinson would never be good. Like that's the problem. Like he's not gonna be good ever. Like so that like I don't know what you really do.
It's crazy how we do all this.
My team is fine.
And we the only ones that got championships. You have nothing. Like you do all this talking about how great your team is and your strategy and stuff, and you have no rings, bro. Like literally no. Rings.
Talk your shit, Mills.
Let's get into this. Mike won a ring because he legit cheated. Like that's a fact.
I'm not cheating.
Like we can name why the rings were won. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like we can do that.
I was gonna win the ring without trading for 8.
Well, that's not true. I was gonna beat you. I was legit gonna beat you. And then Mills, you won a ring. You won a ring against me simply because Alvin Kamara just lost his mind. Like he just went up. And that happens in fantasy. And I'm fine with that. Because this is the year. Like I'm okay with just being the greatest like at that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always gonna be there.
To preach credit, I was talking to somebody, either Marketing or Nut, and they were like, yo, how Preach is always top 3 with points. So Preach teams, he put together a top team. It's just when it comes to the playoffs or championship.
But that's the game. That's the game, and that's why we play. I mean, that's the fun of the game. That's fun of the game. One of the things I will say,
Nick Foles went off against me when I lost the Mills in championship.
That's right. Like one of the things I will say, like me trading, like in previous years, I would have kept Sam Darnold. I would not have traded him because I generally don't. But like it's like you have to learn from your mistakes. Like even if you have a good team, if I'm not playing that person, he is not helping me. It's just regardless. Sitting them points on the bench, even though you don't have him, he's not helping me. It's really it's almost like a double negative. It's like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's a mere bag of shells.
I mean, it's like a FOMO thing that you got to get over because you feel like, especially if you somebody who invested in your draft and care like, no, I drafted these people I wanted, boom, boom, boom. Now you got to give up one. It's like a FOMO thing you got to give up. as a trader. You're like, nah, I thought he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good, but he can be good. You can make a better trade. You know what I mean? So that's something I had to get over in all my draft. I mean, this is the most active I've been in trading wise in all my leagues this year. I've traded in every league this year at least once. So that's definitely new for me.
I'm a trader.
How many leagues you in? Yeah, you're definitely a trader. That's why you showed our shit to the rest.
I'm in 4 leagues.
You in 4? How is that? Can you be active in 4?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's cool. I'm good. 2 of them is on Yahoo. About all of them is on Yahoo will be fine, but 2 of them Yahoo, 2 of them
I don't
ESPN,
believe it, bro. I'm in 4 leagues. I'm in 4 leagues in Yahoo. The issue is because our league is so active, and it's like this is the people I talk to. And that's not necessarily true because I see the people at work. You know what I mean? Pretty much every day. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it seems like I kind of focus on this league more because we're just more active about it. It seems like it's more serious.
Well, it carries through the entire year. Once you're peaceable the whole year.
The first 2-3 weeks, I didn't even do the waiver wire on my other. Like I was wilding. I had left. For the first time, I had left somebody in that was out. Like I was like, "Yo, what is going on? I gotta chill." So it's like I said every third.
I ain't on that time.
No, I don't know why. It was like my one league with my brother. I just literally, I didn't care about it.
Cause he was smoked. I'm the one that beat him, y'all. By the way, he was smoked.
I was not smoked.
Talk your shit.
Again, I was not smoked. But like I had left Daryl Henderson, and I was like, I'm tripping.
The crazy thing is, this is supposed to be a Facebook topic. Y'all care about the whole Facebook being off? Did that affect anybody or something like that?
It did. Well, I'm not.
Mark Zuckerberg.
It kind of affected me on the standpoint of I think Sunday the Facebook was acting weird. And the only reason I knew that was because of church. Like we go live, and it was just something was acting a little funny. We fixed. Well, I won't say we fixed it, but it started going. And then Monday, obviously, I knew. Well, I didn't know. I guess I kind of seen it a little bit on Twitter. But I'm not on this. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. And we were trying to do the show. We were trying to do Overdue Bills. And it took like Mills was able to get on the show because like for some reason I couldn't. Matt was like, "Yo, Facebook is back up now." I'm like, "Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but nothing is happening right here, bro. Like it's not working for me." So that was the only thing.
It was an eye opener for a lot of people. Shout out to me as Menu, man. He hit me up like, "Yo, bro, your Facebook working?" I'm like, I don't know. I didn't try. And I saw it was down. Like a lot of people, like for Quet, me as Menu, he sell his food, on Facebook. That's like his mainstream. And by it being down, he really didn't have another avenue, to choose. You know what I mean? Because he already made the food. He was expecting Facebook to be up and rolling. And his backup was Instagram, and that's down too. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like, yo, what do I do now? Like I'm in a bad place right now. I made all this food. I don't really have, people, my regulars. I got my regulars numbers, but I don't have people that may be like, oh,
texting somebody, are you hungry? It's
wow, right? Wow.
Taking a pic of the food. With your hand in it.
It was an eye opener to a lot of people, to have a backup plan if something like this, was to happen.
I guess
that's dope. Yep.
To my point to that, Mills, because Naz called me. Because Naz, with trading stocks stuff, Naz rolled up on tech and what's going on. So he kind of knew what was going on before it happened. Like I had no idea about the whistleblower. Like I'm completely, disconnected from the news, the mainstream news. But he hit me with like, because we do overdue bills and everything through Facebook. And he thinks Facebook about to get out of here anyway, like for good. Nah. Which I don't know if that's going to happen. But what happens when Facebook, Instagram, when that happened, when they could just snap the button like that? And I seen Shelton was talking about that too. Because I think she was selling dinners the next day and she was trying to get the word out. Like, what happened? Like, should we be so dependent on something like this? I mean, is there any alternatives?
I think Facebook has I think Facebook created something that's so massive that if it's gone, something's gonna take its place. I think personally, I think Facebook is it's what it is now. How like Ford was the car place where it was. Ford was it, and now where's Ford? It's not really it no more. So even if Facebook lose some of it potentially, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is or not. But saying even if it does, I think something's gonna fill that void because it's so much money in that. You know what I mean? Just it's the internet is. People was talking about how the internet might be should be considered like a utility, right? Should like water, gas, should be the internet, should be that. So if that's the case, if that's something we're moving towards, the internet is, is always going to be here. So I think, even if Facebook is out of here, something is going to fill that void, at all times, I think. Twitter, I don't know what it, I don't know.
It's like, before Facebook, we was on MySpace, MySpace, it didn't go away, I don't think. I think it just died down. But I think it's always going to be something, to fill it, fill that void, like Raj said. Because people need an outlet. People just like to express themselves and, say how they day going and stuff and just have the opportunity to communicate with people that they may not have, the chance to talk to on the phone or through text message. It's just an outlet. And I think it's always going to be something around just to give people that chance.
The issue about it is Facebook is much more than that. It's commerce. Like we're talking about like me as menu. Like if Facebook was down for like a week, that would be a significant amount of income you lose. So it's like, and
even Facebook itself, the ads, all the
absolutely. Facebook itself, they would lose a lot of money. So like even like I was thinking in the terms of church, like if Facebook went down, like that's a huge platform. Like during the pandemic, that was one thing that we have to get our Facebook presence up, and we have to get these videos. You know what I mean? Like we're doing all lists to get on this. But then that it goes down. It's like, okay, how do we get the word out? Granted, there's YouTube and other platforms, but I think it's interesting.
It's Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, I think Facebook is almost is getting to a point where, to some degree, it's like it's too big to fail. Like I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie about in 2009. When the housing crisis and all that,
the Big Short.
Yeah, the Big Short. They got. It's got a documentary, Too Big to Fail. Plenty of movies and literature out there on it. But like the issue was, the reason why Obama had to give a bailout is because the banks was just too big to fail. Like if Goldman Sachs would fall, like it would be catastrophic. People couldn't go to the bank and get money out. Like you had to bail them out. Like you was caught. The government was caught. There's nothing that they could do, and the banks knew that. That at a certain point, it was like people are so dependent on this. If this goes away, even by our negligence, the whole world is done. It's over. Like you might as well.
Same thing with automotive.
Yeah, but even on automotive, it's like, the competitors of that, like it keeps growing. You know what I'm saying? Even though you will have the GMs, you will have the Ford, but I'm saying like Nissan and so on. But they all in bed with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like Chinese, you all getting parts from the same people. No disrespect from GM, but I'm saying as far as like Facebook is getting to a point where like the number of people on it and like the business that goes down, it's very difficult to get rid of things like that. That's like people like keep saying like cord cutters and TV. TV is not going away. It's too big of a platform, right? Too many people still use it as a means to get news and as a means to like do advertise. It's like certain things. It's like for those things to go away. The world is literally shifting. You know what I'm saying at that point. So I don't know.
All right. Okay. Any more news?
You don't got no take on Facebook?
I didn't know it was down until my sister hit me like, yo, I don't know what to do. Like I'm at work and Facebook and Messenger, like that's my go-to. Right. That's how she get through work. I probably shouldn't have been saying this, but that's how she get through work. And for me, I wasn't tripping. I was listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad anyways. So when it came back up, it came back up. But in terms of like businesses, I didn't even think about me as menu. I did think about us because we do a lot of sales on Facebook and Instagram, sure. But we do have the website now. So if anything ever went down, we could just go on Twitter and be like, yo website, hit the website. But our biggest following is on Facebook. So all of it would take a hit. So I don't know, Zuckerberg, he knows that. He's smart. He knows that.
It's a rollout.
It could
I'm
be.
calling rollout.
Everything a rollout. And then like the whistleblower, the thing that he snitched about was that they was putting out I have no idea, that she put out information that Facebook was putting out bad information during the election. It was
we knew that. Yes.
Yeah. Like what are we blowing?
You already took him in front of a grand jury and he got lambasted, and it doesn't matter. The thing about it is, I think it was Mark Zuckerberg flexing his power. I honestly think it was a power move. It's not like Facebook's not getting hacked, bro. Like they're at a point where they're not getting hacked anymore. They are the hackers. Like they whoever is the top hacker in the world, whoever that person is, Mark Zuckerberg has enough money to deal. Like he's at a point where it's just like that's impossible. The issue is it's like, okay, if y'all gonna keep coming at me about this, and this, I'm gonna show y'all how much I mean to the world. Yeah. Let Facebook go down for just 6 hours, 12 hours.
Are you okay? So you are okay with that power? You okay with that power for one man? Is it okay that, what far as, because they got the ability to censorship and all that stuff that Facebook have, and he on Instagram. It's not just Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever, all the stuff he controls. Are you okay with the power, all that power being essentially in one man, one base,
as opposed to what?
I don't know if this broken up, if it was, I don't know. Do you think it's too much power? Do you think what just happened shows that Facebook has too much power? No. Should it be more, decentralized? Should it be
like a board? I mean, I'm not for like the government stepping in because they can't do shit. But
not government. I think not government. Should as people should we diversify where we put all our eggs in one basket? Should we support a different social media platform? Should you diversify in that way? You know what I mean? Because if he owns Facebook and Instagram, that he can affect anybody he wants.
Absolutely, and he has. It's not he can. He has. It's a catch-22, because he got it right. Like he had $1 million idea. Some people say he stole it. Shout out. I mean, no, some people do. The Winklevoss. If you watch the movie, one of the best movies of all time, they don't agree, but that's neither here nor there. Best movies of 2010. We had that discussion. You go back in previous episodes and look at that. But
shout out Lex Luthor. What's his real name? Lex Luthor. The dude who played Lex Luthor. The guy who played
it. I can't think of his name. Yeah, but he actually was amazing. But anyways,
he was good.
He's a guy.
I think the issue is that I've been watching, like, I watch a lot of political dramas and things of that nature, right? I watch a lot of history.
Like what?
PBS?
No. Just any political drama or any more historical stuff. Like, cause I like
Scandal.
No, not necessarily Scandal, but like
that's a political drama.
It is like, or West Wing or Madam Secretary. Okay. I really, and just a lot of those shows, just in other countries. Mainly because House of Cards, like I love that show. Mainly because I like to see how people rule, and I like to see how other countries do it. Because it was something interesting I was watching today. The guy said mutual interest is better than idealism. He said idealism kills and mutual interest is better, right? So if I can explain that, mutual interest meaning, Rad, you need something that I have, and you have something that I need. So we have a mutual interest. Barter. I can say I'll do this for you, you'll do this for me. That's how it goes. We know that. I'm using you for that, you're using me for this. Idealism, which is quote unquote in America, states something totally different, right? So like I'm gonna do this, but I want you to, I don't know, prop up your women to be more educated. I want you to do this, and I want these democratic ideas in there. Like that's what we kind of preach, which is a farce because we're just like everybody else. But the point is, my point is, I think that as far as mutual interest, I don't know who that was. But we need to look at all of these platforms in that way. Like all of them. What can I get out of you, period? Because you know that they're getting something out of us. Mm-hmm. It's not an idealism thing. It's not I'm getting out my ideas. That's a farce. It's mutual interest. Mm-hmm. I'm like even me as menu. So me as menu is not, I'm not beholden to Facebook. I'm beholden to anything that can get me money, period. You know what I'm saying? Like things of that nature. That's the kind of things I'm wrestling with.
We don't have to belabor this so long, but I would say that to that point, it's so hard to get a following on all of them. Like the biggest person on YouTube is not the biggest person on Instagram, it's not the biggest person on Facebook, not the biggest person on WhatsApp, on OnlyFans, right? It takes so much time to get all of that. So you spend all this time getting your Facebook following and they just gone. It's like,
it's wild.
They got to turn to IG. It's like, it's tough. So I know all the small businesses that was affected by that. I didn't even think about that. So the bills, go ahead and get your merch. Right, any more social news? that we need to get into, or I'm gonna get right? We touched on fantasy, but I know it's some NFL and sports stuff we want to talk about. Everybody,
any
no music.
news? No music. Y'all gonna listen to R. Kelly music or is it rap? Keep it a buck. We can answer it right here. We're gonna put it to rest here. Everybody answer one time. R. Kelly probably gonna get 150 years, whatever he get.
Oh yeah, he done so.
Y'all respect that, or you gotta reject it?
Can y'all listen to R. Kelly music or is it done? Keep it up. We just leave it here.
I can
listen to it.
I can listen to it. As easy as I can listen to anything else.
Like, can I listen to his voice?
Yeah, I don't.
Is it like like is R. Kelly? Is you muting R. Kelly? I mean,
am I muting him?
Am I deep? That deep?
No,
you don't gotta take a stand. Are you going to go out your way and not listen to R. Kelly music? That's what I'm asking.
No,
nah,
I'm not doing all that.
I would say,
catalog crazy.
Yeah, that's a stance I take it.
Top 5 catalog.
I don't have a problem with listening to R. Kelly music at all. Actually,
it's funny though.
Go ahead, Mills.
It's funny though, because I don't know if y'all saw the little skit, the Bill Bellamy skit, when he was doing a little comedy show.
Oh yeah.
And he was like
10 years ago. That was Mal.
Yeah, I'm saying, but yeah, he was saying like he was breaking out R. Kelly music. He was trying to relate it to like, the bad decisions that he made, and it was hilarious. But I mean, the music is just great. You know what I'm saying? Like he is, one of the best to ever do it. A lot of people made babies to the music. A lot of people, got through hard, times with the music. And I just think
that they made babies to the music.
They did though, bro.
I know, but
he was out since what, the 80s? That's crazy.
He did. I think his music was just too great, to get rid of. Like he gonna be one of those people that people talk about forever. You know what I'm saying? Like who's one of those people?
His thing is done though. Like the music part is done. Nobody talk about his music.
He's been silenced. I mean, he's not. Mike is right. No, Mike is right. Like R. Kelly, they definitely pushed the button. They definitely pushed the button on R. Kelly. Like it's a no-fly zone.
For sure.
They try not to mention his name, and even if people do mention their name, it's with a caveat. It's always everybody got to chill. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like so R. Kelly is definitely in a box, but like for me, I'm not a respected person. And it really is as simple as if I'm going to get rid of R. Kelly, that I can get rid of everybody. It's not even just Mike. It's everybody because I am of the persuasion that all have sinned and come short of God's glory. Whether he did this to the 10th time, I'm not. And granted, the legal system is for that. I am not the legal system. I don't give people years based upon, what they did. I'm not a judge. That's not, I don't do that. But I'm saying for me in the consumer, like, come on now, y'all. Like people still watch Harvey Weinstein movies. Like, dude, his just as worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what are we like? I mean, I'm not gonna have selective amnesia when it comes to just one person. Because if that's the case, then talk about your own country. Then you still live in America. We bomb people. We want to talk about drones. We kill literally innocent people, like kids, 5-year-olds, bro. So come on now, let's keep it a stacked bundle, bro. You still vote, you still pay your taxes, but you cool with drone strikes, though. You cool with drone strikes, but when Cuz get crazy, he did things that according to the law he shouldn't have done. It's like stop. We gotta stop. I don't like it. I just think it's wrong. It's hypocritical. That's what
it's
I'm
very
saying.
hypocritical, but people are hypocrites.
But
I mean, I was going to say that.
Facts.
But everything
My
everybody,
point,
everybody's
Mike.
So then let's keep it all a buck then. We all here.
But my point is everybody a hypocrite and everybody pick and choose. And so when people pick and choose, they got a right to pick and choose because you're going to pick and choose on something too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying right or wrong, obviously, but I think if, I don't necessarily hear R. Kelly music anyway. It's not something I don't go out and go listen to R. Kelly, but his catalog is amazing. And if it comes on, I'm not like, yo, turn it off or nothing. But I do understand because, especially not necessarily like if your kid was abused by him, but maybe if your kid was abused by somebody or maybe if you were, you know what I mean? So I understand that point. And they already canceled him. I don't know if he owned his masters or not. Maybe I don't think he do.
I don't think he owns.
So he's not even getting benefited.
He can't
on that
read.
Front.
No, you can't.
I don't know, man. Because can you separate the artist from the art? You know what I mean? Because the art speaks for itself. You know what I mean? And he's one of the best writers, if not the best writer of all time. So it's kind of crazy. So I don't know.
It's
tough.
For me,
I don't think it's tough. No.
I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast. I think him and Joe had a song. So I was like, oh, word, like, let me go listen to that. And like, it was the first time I heard
It's
R.
trash.
Kelly.
Oh.
Clubbing.
Yeah, was it?
Clubbing?
It might have been. It was something else. It was a different
Oh.
song I was listening to.
Okay.
With him, it was like you could tell. Like, hey, this sound like it came out 03. 03 got that distinctive sound of music, but it was just like it felt weird listening to him, and I was doing it by myself. And it's just one of those things like you just don't know how people feel about it. So I think most people is gonna shy or the side of cost and just not play it. So I think it's quiet unless you go to
definitely can't just throw it on a road
nugget.
trip.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
I think it's a time and place. I think, yeah, like you said, 40, 50-year-old crowd.
Weddings is gonna be
Probably more
the
than-
parameter. Like, will it be played? Like, Step in the Name of Love. Like,
Step in the Name
those
of
are
Love?
legit
Yeah.
wedding songs.
Nah.
You're not
And
playing
at
at
my,
no wedding.
I
Nah,
will
you're
play
not-
that at my wedding. I'll play that at mine.
Really?
Without a question.
Really?
I don't see why I wouldn't now.
There's too many other great songs.
Yeah, but I like that one though.
You
But,
right.
like, I
You
don't-
got to choose. You
why-
can do whatever you want.
I
You can do
know,
whatever
but
you want.
my
me, I just
thing
know,
is,
you
I
know.
think the argument for me, if you keep it as this is a personal preference, then that's fine. I can't. That's for you. But I think once you go to, what he did, like we can that game we can play. We can always play that game because morality is it's like what are we talking about then? Because then what are you
It's
basing your
different
life
though,
on?
Sam.
then?
It is different. People pick and choose. Basically, you're saying
that's not
things that
right,
people
is
can
what I'm
control,
saying.
but people control like who they listen to and who, in music.
You
is
can control
different
where you
than-
live as well. You can move.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's different being born here and your history being already made, and now
No, I'm
You know
saying
what I
we
mean? Like, choices
actively
is
do
different
drone
for you
strikes,
here
bro.
now.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like we actively
but
do
you-
that. You can go to another country.
I would say this,
It's your prerogative.
and
Jesus
don't,
Christ, Sam.
don't say
Sam sound like them the redneck saying you could go to another country.
yeah.
You don't like it here. You can go to another country. Like Sam, what are you talking about? Yeah, of course, yes, you can go to another country, but come on, bro.
Hey, no,
Like we trying
nobody-
to fit in the best country we can here. That's the point.
But what I'm my
It's a give and take,
and I'm with that. But what I'm saying is, I think that I think it's easy morality that's what I like to call it. It's an easy. It's like,
I agree.
like what do
you know, it's
like?
people,
What do you really like? Okay, so you're not listening to him. Okay, he was a flawed person. He did some bad things. Yes. Do you want to look at everybody else? As a matter of fact, look at yourself.
Well, and that's what I want to touch on, and that's what I want to speak to because I think the biggest
talk.
the biggest difference to me, I think, is that who the victims were,
Kids,
right? When you talk about just not just kids, the race of the people.
Black
right? When
women.
you talk about Mike, people talk about little white boys, like little white kids. When you talk about Weinstein, Bill Cosby, a lot of it's like was white women, but with R. Kelly and black women, I think people that's why it's a different stance being taken
by black people.
He was by black people because people
I never thought about it that way.
men still rocking with Bill somewhat, but because I guess the victims were white. I don't know, but with R. Kelly, it's like it's kind of quiet because you don't know how that black woman is gonna feel, and I think that's how some people.
Or like Hugh Hefner. I mean, not Hugh Hefner. He's not like a real, but people kind of accepted
Hugh Hefner.
what he was doing. I'm saying
was
people because he was
wrong.
doing. But he had the little snow bunnies and nobody really kind of cared. You know what I mean? But
he had young girls too, though. He was wrong too.
I know I'm saying, but most of them was white women, and it's kind of like R. Kelly is black. I mean, that's definitely a nuance. I definitely didn't put it in like that. Black women, and if you're around black women, and if you're not taking that chance on playing that, because it's like,
what are they gonna
what's
do?
the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? I mean, getting mad at music, like there's no point of. I can see me. This is me. Obviously, I'm not investing in R. Kelly that much to ruin somebody's mood or something like that. So I don't have to play him. You know what I mean? I literally don't have to play him. You know, it is great music. If it's come on, I'm loudest, whatever. But if I have to put on an event and put a playlist together, there's no way I'm playing R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I guess, and maybe I just maybe childish. Call it what you want, but like if I am around people who take stances like that, then that's fine. But then we're gonna keep living out this stance though. So if you're with me, don't ask me to go to a restaurant that I know. Okay, this is a white owner. Let's let's play the game then. Let's flush it out. Then let's keep flushing this argument out. because that my thing is sometimes it's I think it's a mile wide, quarter inch deep or something like that. I forget the phrase. I don't want to mess it up. But the point is, I think sometimes we can do like things on the surface, but it's like, okay, so what are you really saying? What is that stance? Okay, you can't listen to R. Kelly because he took advantage of black women. He did things that were really, really bad. Some of it, in my opinion, is gray area. Some of it was. A lot of it wasn't. So I think that I can separate the two. But even at the same time, it's just like I have a hard time with it, and probably because even in my small little world, I do stand before people, frequently and often, and knowing how flawed that I may have been or still am. It's like I have a hard time judging. Like, because what if people said, okay, I'm not going to listen to Sam's message because of X, Y, and Z.
A lot of people probably say that.
I haven't heard it much, but I'm just saying people say that just across the board though, and everybody. Yeah. So it's like, but I can understand that. To whom much is given, much is required. I'm not necessarily mad at it, and that's why I hold R. Kelly to high standard. To whom much is given, much is required. But I can still listen to his music. It's not like that music doesn't affect me that way. Because then I guess the argument, because my only argument is in why is it only with that and not with murder?
Because people don't know, like Sam, you expect, I think that, expectations of people is too high for one, because you expecting people to be consistent and nobody, how many people is consistent? Even in conversations, you you yourself contradict yourself in conversations if you listen hard enough. So
who, me?
I think, I'm talking
I got one track mind.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying you, like,
people do contradict. Yes. People can waver. People can flip flop. I'm just saying, but this is not
a conversation. So to even think to compare R. Kelly to a white man store that was racist before, and you still go on there.
I'm saying like a black rapper who like, so like, it's just my only thing is like, what are you really saying? And what you're saying is, I hold this higher than I hold that. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's all I want you to say. Say that.
We hold women higher than men off rip. So if somebody do something to a woman,
hold so drugs to women,
and then children don't children
on top of that, like like if rappers talking about selling, killing other rappers, it's like it's male to male. But once it's male to women, right, you can look at it a little bit differently. Even though it shouldn't be, but it is.
And then we got a prime example.
They take rapists, more personal than they would, somebody.
No, I wouldn't say that word, Mills, because we might get demonetized.
Is that really a thing?
Or yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Facebook is demonetizing.
It's a new R.
They're demonetizing now after they just did what they did yesterday. They're gonna demonetize us. And Mark Zuckerberg,
the R word.
It's two of them.
Yeah.
It's two of them.
Hold on, you can't say the word. So what can you say?
You can say violator.
You can't say rapist anymore.
Oh, this guy.
Well, you can't if you don't want to have YouTube. No,
yo, we gotta stop
your joint.
Yo, but like we gotta they gotta stop, bro.
YouTube can do what they want, bro.
Yeah, but they gotta stop though.
We just talked
they
about
gotta stop. Like, what are you saying? No, I'm not picking and choosing.
YouTube can that's their rules.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying we gotta stop. Like, who came up with that one? Like, where did that come from? Why are we trying to change words now? Why I don't understand. Is it triggering?
You can say yes because you don't want to spread that out and people saying that, and somebody might get triggered by listening to it who've been a victim of it. That's why that's YouTube stance, right? It's a very, very progressive stance.
Is it very progressive?
Everything is super blue, super left.
No, but that's
social media. So that's how
okay.
No more.
I'm with
it, but like, you have to call them like
criminals.
473-468. You can't call them
inmates. We gotta stop, bro. I don't.
What Bill's talking about?
You're probably right.
You're
probably right. But I never heard that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. Listen.
You can't call our boys no more.
Who said that?
No, I'm just talking.
All right, I'm about to say like, all right. Now, I'm gonna keep it a stack though.
We can't call people ugly no more. Ain't that what Raz said when he was imitating you?
You can call people as ugly as you want. You call people ugly. Now I will say the other R word. Yes, my girlfriend gets on me about that word all the time.
My little brother, I don't know, something happened at City Honors. He kind of like, you can't use the R word. I'm like, oh, I don't use it, but when you do,
Yeah, Lex like that too.
when you do,
Yeah,
it's
they'll
like
do
it do
it.
trigger. I mean, people do kind of react. Whoever was the person to get it out, the word out of here, they did a good job because people was kind of wired.
And
to
that's
like,
but
correct
we
you
gotta
immediately.
we got to be careful of that too, though. We do have to be careful. I listen. I don't want to get us canceled, and I'm not being insensitive to mental health. I'm not.
Usually, you shouldn't start. You shouldn't even say that because now it's kind of
But
insinuating.
no, because everybody has to be challenged, even mental health people. My only concern is, at what point do we build strength? Because so oftentimes this is what I don't like. I don't like it because we don't. I don't.
take some stances.
And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
You choose some hills to die on.
But I'm not dying on a. I'm really not dying on a hill, because I'm not like against therapy. I'm not against getting help if you need help. I acknowledge that mental health is a real thing, but I also have another background that strength is available for people, right? Like, and sometimes going through trials and testings, like those things do produce patience. They do produce, amazing things. Great things come out of those things. Like it's a legit fact. It's actually physics. It's like when you put pressure on certain things, you can make diamonds. Like, it's a fact. Like, I didn't make that up. Like, that's just the universe. People use the word universe. I say God, but I'm saying if you want to use the word universe, I can use it. I mean, that's what happens in the earth. Like, it was made for that pressure. So, like, we gotta, like, at some point, it's like, what are we doing? Like, are we going to allow people to be strong, or are we not? Right? What are we doing?
On the individual level, it's like one of those things. It's like, what do you expect from the masses? The masses are usually going to be softer on individual level because they feel for the poorest of poor. You know what I mean? Usually going to be.
That's not true.
Yes, I mean in American
right?
history. I mean,
no,
I'm talking about recent. I'm talking about recently. Yes, it is. Like all these social services, all these different things.
Food stamps just went up 30%.
Yeah, all these social services, all these things.
That's not a good thing.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying what is happening. But it's up to the individual for real to, you know what I mean? Because life, I mean, to be honest with you, life is, life is suffering. Like, you're going to go through stuff.
Absolutely, you should.
Everybody constantly, either if you're not going through something right now, you're about to go through something, you just got out of something. It's one of the whatever you in the process of that. So I mean, I'm not just saying mental health is just one of those things, but it is one of those things. Not trying to be insensitive.
No, it is one of those things. You're right.
It's one of those cogs in the wheel that life, you're going to have to go through something. You know what I mean? And if mental health is one of those things, hopefully you find support and everything to get over it. But for a country or a large community, I think they're going to take a stance of trying to be as most sensitive as you can to those things. And now I'm not saying it's right, but I can see how a big Facebook or a YouTube or a Twitter would take the stance of, we're going to try to, I don't know, because I do get Sam's point, because it's get to a point where, like, what can you do? How much can you regulate? How much can you censor? Essentially, it's you essentially censoring people. So I don't know. I'm not really integrated with all those sites anyway. So
like simp, even simp, they will demonetize you for calling a man a simp. So it's like anything.
We got it's not a trigger word.
If you can hurt somebody's feelings,
they
are.
But the issue is this is my issue with that. Let me say this real quick. Two things. One, awareness brings awareness. Awareness produces awareness. Yeah, if you and too much awareness is not necessarily a good thing. Like, we know that. Also, to that point, Mills, it's just like, this is how they try to get you. This is how
conspiracy.
I'm not necessarily huge on conspiracy theories. Like, even with the vaccine, like I just don't throw this in there for 50 cents.
We're gonna talk about Kyrie.
Oh, okay, we can talk about it. Okay, we can talk about it. We can segue to that just after this. I don't know if y'all got something to say. But my only issue is, Mills, it's almost like standardized tests to me. Standardized tests benefit certain people because of what? The language. And like when you say things like simp and things like those other words, it's like, so you're telling me if I am more intelligent to somebody and I have a larger vocabulary, I can still talk about you and make you feel bad just using a bigger vocabulary. Like, so it's like, what do you really, so like you're and that is only for a select group of people. Generally people who are well read, who may be college educated. The more people who are college educated are white. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's call it a spade a spade. Like, it's just certain things that they do. It's like code for just oppressing poor people. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, it really is. It's cold. I want to oppress more poor people. This is how I'm going to do. I'm going to demonetize the thing. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'll have a rebuttal against.
I'm just saying a lot of the YouTubers.
I would ask you this, then you could segue into Kyrie. But do you think that black people are stronger because we took the N word, since we saying our word and everything? I won't say the N word. Or you think we are stronger because we suffered through that and made that our own, or would it have been better if it was demonetized, back then?
I think we are stronger. But that doesn't mean that them demonetizing it wouldn't have been good either. You know what I'm saying? Like, two things can be true. Like, them saying, like, to not say that and to stop it would have probably been good. But us enduring it, right? Taking that on. You don't get, but you can't get Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Malcolm. You can't get it without this. You can't get it, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. It's impossible. Third Martin, like, you just can't do it.
Pressure make
that does not
so
mean.
You and your Kanye's.
No.
Kanye.
But that does not mean that
you and your Kanye. You this close from saying slavery was a good thing. You this close.
No. I'm not saying. No. I'm not
saying you wrong. I'm not saying you wrong.
Kanye. What Kanye should have said. What Kanye.
He said slavery's a choice. That's what he said. Slavery's a choice.
But that was insane. That was wild. That was wild. But what I am saying is that from my background,
I mean, my man Killmonger,
all things work together for the good of them. Like that's how I look at it. But that's only for people who love the Lord. So sorry to everybody else. But anyways, we go to Kyrie. We go to Kyrie.
We were super serious. Yeah. Oh, we got some more serious stuff, I guess. Vaccine.
It's not serious. It's not serious. The whole vaccine.
It's super politicized, man. It's super serious. Super politicized.
But
it's super serious.
This is my only gripe. And Rad, what is the Kyrie thing, Rad? Can you let the people know?
Kyrie, obviously, if anybody could have thought of who was going to take this stance, Kyrie is the number one person. So Kyrie is not getting a vaccine. He's in the hotbed of you have to have a vaccine to even cross the border into New York City. So he's in that place and he's not getting a vaccine, so he can't get into no buildings. He can't do no home games, no practices, no media. And he already Kyrie Irving, so that means people, the owner don't really like him already. So he taking a stance. He taking a stance. He's willing to lose. They saying what, $13 million or something, adding up to be, I don't know, something crazy.
I can't.
So he don't have to play in home games. So what do y'all think the Brooklyn Nets should do? What do y'all think about Kyrie's stance?
I think that
I don't think it's not just home games. I think it's every game. They said you can't play.
No, it can't be every game.
No, it's just home game. It's just New York City and Oakland, and New York City and San Francisco and LA, I think.
Or San Francisco. Toronto doing it too, right?
Maybe Toronto. Okay, maybe Toronto. Maybe it's 2 or 3.
It was somebody else that couldn't play.
Because I know Orlando and Florida and Georgia is not doing it.
He can't get into Toronto if you're not vaccinated. So yeah, it has to be. Yeah. You can't even get over the border.
So those 3, I think those 3. Everywhere else is fine as of now.
I think that they should fine him or not pay him.
Yeah, he's losing the money.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Really, because that's what happens in the real world. Unless you have a religious exemption, you get fired, or you're not. They don't fire you, but you are quitting because this is the protocol in place. And my only thing is this. On certain things, I'm with it, but like vaccines are not a new thing, right? So like this vaccine may necessarily be newer, but vaccines are not new. Health mandates are not new. This has been happening for a long time, and it is shown and it's proven that health vaccines work. Now, there are things that the health community has done to affect black and brown people in a negative way. That is true. We can all agree on that. It's a fact. It's been proven. But also, it is true that health mandates do it works. Like when you like, I mean, it's a fact. Like certain diseases are not here simply because we've taken shots. It's a fact. We cannot get around that. My only thing is this, and this is to everybody out there who want to educate themselves. I'm fine with that. But if you eat corner store foods, don't talk to me about a vaccine. Like and it really hurts me. Like it bothers me, yo. Y'all boys is eating straight up corner store food, saying you not getting a vaccine, bro. Like shut up. What is you talking about?
Yo, boys be
That's
getting
what I'm saying.
the
Like bro, you getting straight. You know what I'm saying, chicken fingers from Jesus or whoever he is, and you telling me
if you was the Nets owner, what would you do?
Fire him. I mean, I don't.
You'll cut him.
Cut him? I wouldn't cut him because he is valuable. That's the thing about having value. So shout out to Kyrie for having value and being a top 10 player, top 20 player in basketball. It's not as easy to just let you go. But I'm not paying you. I can't pay you for not working. Period. I mean, I can't force you to get the vaccine, right? They cannot make him. But like, because he's not the only person. Like it's a few other players who are not getting the vaccine.
They said like it's like 95% vaccinated. So
yeah, which is a lot.
Now.
But the issue is that 5% can be a Kyrie Irving, right? You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal said he's not getting it. It's a couple other people who said they're not getting
it. Wiggins just
Andrew
came out
Wiggins.
and he got it.
He did get it.
Came out with a press conference. He just was all soapy and was like, I was forced to get it. Blah blah blah.
You wasn't forced, like bro. You took it on your own volition.
He said he felt forced. He said he felt forced,
and that's fine.
I mean, I say this. I feel forced. Did y'all hear what's the guy name from the one Mike don't bang on him? Mike hate him now. The Orlando dude. He who had a stand who didn't stand Orlando.
The black
Jonathan
dude?
Isaac. Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah,
Jonathan
yeah.
Isaac.
That tore his ACL.
Yeah, Jonathan Isaac. Yeah, Jonathan.
What happened?
I mean, you had. Whatever.
I spoke for him.
I forgot what happened. You did whatever. Jonathan Isaac. He had a video about why his stance against the vaccine. Like
he is
so
yo, bro. This dude.
I don't. But what? Like
I'm just saying.
I don't care what he had.
I'm just saying he had a. If you want to listen to somebody who like Kyrie, not necessarily talking. If you want to hear somebody like I guess articulate a reason they didn't get a vaccine, I think Jonathan Isaac is one you should go listen to that video. I think he articulated himself well. And I think it was just fine. I think how he articulated it was fine. I thought it was good. He in Orlando is one of those things that he don't gotta worry about. He just can't play in New York City and Oakland. You know what I mean? Which is his choice. But I think it's a lot. It's a fold. Like you hit it on it. Kyrie being a top 10 guy.
It's privilege.
Kyrie privilege. It's Kyrie showing his privilege. Kyrie also is the vice president of the Players Association. I don't know if y'all knew that. So he's liked amongst his peers, clearly. So the stance is probably not even nothing crazy. So I don't know. The media and the outside thoughts about Kyrie is different than what the people in the league think because he's the vice president of the Player Association. So I think he is showing his privilege.
I don't know how true that is. It was mad people who was the president of our class who nobody really liked them. So I don't understand. I don't understand how that correlates.
You can about a student union compared to the NFL.
That's all it is, right? Like it's
that's
literally
compare.
Yes,
you comparing a student union that we didn't pay union dues, we didn't collectively bargain, no contracts or nothing like that.
Well, I mean, I got union reps at my job that people don't like. I got union reps at my job that people don't like. So I mean, I don't. What my point is,
compare that to the
absolutely
the
yes. It's just a little bit more money. It's really not that big of a deal. It's a lot. You can respect people and not like them. My only.
Well, let me finish my point. My point is saying that is that I think it's a conclusion to come that people respect him in the league. I think that's a good conclusion that the players respect him.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm an owner of the Brooklyn Nets, it's like, bro, like you already was a hassle, already did too much, and you're doing this, right? It's one of those things like, am I an owner of the league? Am I an owner of Brooklyn Nets? I want to cut him, but I know he can't because he's too good to cut him. You can't trade him because he said if you trade him, he will retire. Right, he said he's not playing nowhere else. It's the only place he's gonna play him, and so he understand the rules in the contract. You would think because he associate the vice president. So if he's doing everything he's doing within the rules, then there's really nothing you can say because now if you have a problem with him, then now it's about the vaccine and it's not about him doing it the right way. Now is that you think he should take the vaccine, and I think once you get into a place where you think somebody should take things, that's where it loses with me.
No,
now, if they went about,
but
for
that's
me,
not true either, though, Rad.
For me,
But you can't
if they
say
went around,
that, though.
if they went through the right ways to circumvent whatever they got to circumvent with their privilege and whatever they have to do, it is what it is. Now, should we change those rules? Then we can talk about that. But if right now he used the rules that the NFL or the NBA would use on him against him in a heartbeat. So Kyrie doing that, I respect him for that. And that's the rules. He used the rules. You can't be mad at it. He getting paid still.
I'm not. Listen, that's his prerogative. He's using his privilege. White people have been doing it for years, so I'm cool with it, right? I'm really cool on that level. Just that level right there, that white people have been using their privilege for years and throwing temper tantrums and doing all this crap. I'm fine with him doing it only because we haven't done it. And I'm glad that I can see a black person doing it because he got enough money he can do it. So I'm okay, that's fine. But at the same time, Rad, this is my only thing. Kyrie has been injured a lot. Can we all agree on that?
Yep.
I haven't heard where he refused any treatment from these medical providers. He had multiple surgeries. He's never told him don't use that syringe.
I bet he got shot up at halftime with a bad ankle.
All that, the whole thing. I'm just trying to figure out. I think it's probably because it's this, and the biggest thing, right, is the misinformation that has come out from the vaccine and all. Listen, I'm with everybody. If you want to be skeptical and Mr. Conspiracy Theorist, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. But we can't, it's almost a referendum on medicine. Yo, you got cancer, bro. You going to the doctor. Stop it. We can't just, doctors matter. Kyrie is not a doctor.
Doctors matter.
They matter.
You think he got enough money to pay for an alternative?
They get the alternative shot. Then tell us, get the alternative shot. Then talk about that. If you really like,
what
is the alternative shot? What is the alternative shot?
But why do you have to talk about whatever you're doing?
What I'm saying is, if that's the case, then LeBron James has more money than him. Why didn't he get the alternative shot? If everybody getting alternative shots, because I'm just asking, but he got it, Rad. He got it. He did get it. He said he got it.
He did.
So why if he got the money? Okay, Pat. What's his name? Magic Johnson had AIDS or HIV, and then keep it a stack after. HIV is kind of like people be getting it. They be all right. I don't know what Magic did, but whatever he did, whatever he got. Apparently something they got moving and shaking. They got medicine. All I'm saying is that we can't put a referendum on science just all of a sudden. Bro,
that's the thing.
You've been what are we talking about?
Is people like Kyrie that talk about it being politicized, but don't realize that they are politicizing it on their end as well.
Yes.
On both ends, people are politicizing it, and they're telling people why they should or should not get it. Right? If you're gonna do it, I got it. I have never told anybody else to get it. Right? Do what you need to do. U of M saying that they're making it mandatory for their students. If you're a student and you got accepted to U of M and you don't want to get it, then either you got to get it or you got to go somewhere else. That's it. That's
or if it's rules and guidelines that you can use those rules and guidelines too. Kyrie is doing
remote. Can't come on campus.
What Kyrie is doing, right?
No.
Is he not doing that?
What Kyrie is doing is I'm not getting it.
But Kyrie,
the issue is Kyrie is in a place where it is mandatory to get it. If you can't,
he's not.
You just said he was. You said he was in a hotbed.
Oh, mandatory as far as the city, not his team.
So he can't practice. You said he can't practice, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If you can't
practice our home games.
Yo, how good is he gonna be?
And he can't go to the practice facility. He can. It's probably a lot of gyms they can go practice.
But this is what I'm saying, though, right? Yeah. This is my only thing about it is no. I'm cool with Kyrie doing this. I'm also cool with the league doing whatever they have to do as well. I'm cool with that.
Both sides. That's the point. Both sides just have valid. If you don't want to get it, you don't have to get it
because
if you can find a way not to get it.
Right.
It's that simple for me.
This is not it. The shot is not a discriminatory thing. It's one thing if we're talking about discrimination or something in those lines, then we can fight all till the cows come home. We can push back on the establishment. We can do that. This is not discrimination. This is science. You're fighting science and you're fighting health officials. You're not that's who you fighting. This is not a governmental thing. Am I
That's a
wrong?
lie. I think that's lies. I
Okay.
think it's lies. I think Fauci is definitely government all the way.
He is a government official. I'm saying
And he's the one who's talking. So I think that's
Fauci
a
did
lie.
not make the disease. He did not make the vaccine. He was never in the cooking room to make it.
They are saying that he had
Oh
something
my
to do
God.
with
He
making
didn't have nothing to do with it, bro.
the COVID.
Like,
You
yo,
like
we
a
gotta
little bit more
stop.
than it.
We gotta. Okay.
They saying
Okay.
he funded.
He
the
funded
corona-
what?
The lab. The lab in Wuhan
How
was
did-
funded by Fauci. Something that Fauci runs. That's what's the
Yo, do
scuttlebutt
y'all
right
hear
now.
him? Yo, do you hear him?
The scuttlebutt.
Like, what am I talking about? But this is what I'm talking about, right? But y'all speaking of something y'all don't even know. Yo,
Sam,
y'all
you
don't
don't know
But
nothing
that's my
either.
point. We don't know nothing. So stop
So we all
acting like you
speculating.
do know. But you eat food. You don't know where it comes from. That's my only issue. I hate stop. That is a bad argument. The argument of, oh my God, this is something that, that's everything. Don't lay on the bed. The bed got bed bugs. They threw the bed bugs in the bed. Like, shut up. Like, y'all be lying.
You clearly got the vaccine.
You use this phone. You use the phone. Oh my God, the phone is sending rays to my head. I can't sleep. Shit like that.
Oh, the fire.
Yo, what are we
what's 5G?
talking about? Yo, if you don't know, then stop talking about it. I don't want to hear, I heard Fauci. Yo, stop. Just stop it. Stop.
My man Nut said that he not eating chicken wings no more. He said it's a shortage, but they're still getting wings out here. And he think the little baby wings that they killing little chickies and selling wings now.
But what if I say this? What if I say this, right? So say boom. I got a cousin, I got an uncle. Took the vaccine 2 days later, he died. I got a grandmother took the vaccine a week later, she died.
Can I say? You want me to
So
respond?
what do you say to so how can you say but
I will.
now
I will.
the food now
You
listen
have
to me,
family
corner
members
store-
who
listen to me,
drove a
I'm
car
not
and got
finished.
into a car accident and died. You also have
Let me
people who
just
ate
finish.
and choked and died. You also have people who
Yes.
went to the doctor and got gout. You also have people who had sex and had STDs. Do you want to keep going with this? You also have people who had kids and died and had
making
premature.
my point,
like,
actually. I'm
no,
keeping it
I'm not. It's
You
life.
are making my point.
Like, things happen.
Sam.
Science happens like that. It is not 100%. They tell you people get surgeries and die,
Sam,
right?
yes, Sam.
What? So what
exactly.
is your argument?
So my argument is that if somebody was all that things you just said, if you know somebody that happened to, hopefully you learn from whatever
So
happened
do
to that
you
person.
still drive? Do people still drive?
Safely, more safely. Why did they get? I mean, like,
See, that's what I'm saying.
why did they get an accident? I'm just saying, like,
Yo,
if you knew somebody who, if in your family, if it's bad history of gout, because gout comes from like I guess poultry, like a lot of fish and stuff like that. If your father got gout from eating fish, you shouldn't eat fish. Probably, maybe it's a chance that you might get gout now because family history. Is that not? Do that make sense? Should you not use that information? So what are you talking about?
I'm not. Nobody's ever
So-
saying.
so-
If your family
I'm not
wanted
saying you should use it.
diabetes, you should.
Yes.
So if your family member
So what?
passed away from getting the
that's-
vaccine 2
so
days
what?
later, maybe you should think about. All right,
No,
maybe
I'm not.
I
I'm not
should
gonna think about it
alternative reasons.
because they have things in place for that. It's called look at the numbers, right? So
You
what
shouldn't do it.
I
Me
don't-
personally,
I mean,
if somebody in my family died from getting a vaccine, I'm going to look into doing something else.
Okay, but
than getting that
somebody,
vaccine. That's stupid as hell.
The problem with your argument is somebody from somebody else's family. So just because it's your family, what the hell does that mean? Like somebody has already died. Humanity is humanity.
It's
I don't.
different when it hit close.
If
to
I-
No,
if I
no,
gotta
no.
explain that to you,
That's-
then I don't know
but
what
that's-
you're talking
but that
about. If
has-
I gotta explain that
No,
your family members
that has
having a- if
nothing
I
to
gotta
do
explain that
with
to you,
intellect. That's not that's just a feeling. You're going based off a feeling. I'm sad because my family died because
family
of
health
this.
history doesn't matter
But-
about your family. Your
No,
family
no,
history
no.
doesn't matter to you.
But that's not what you're saying. You're
I
saying
don't know.
you're saying
I
the
don't know.
vaccine. Rad. You don't even know. See, the thing is what you just said about family history, right? Nigga, somebody told you that. Somebody told you hereditary things. You're stupid. That's why I hate it. Somebody actually told you that things happen in your family. That's hereditary. So if it happened to your father, happened to your somebody told you that. Somebody actually, a scientist told you that because they figured out, but now you don't want to believe them about this. That's my problem. You see how stupid
Sam,
that
you're
is?
not making no, Sam.
Rat, how did you know? How do we know?
To you
Okay, how do we know that?
because it's
How?
because it's history of why
It's
you
science, nigga. Somebody had.
Yo,
It's a
this is crazy.
hypothesis.
I'm not having this. I can't have this
It's
conversation.
Rad. Listen,
I can't have it because it's
Rad.
not.
No,
we're not-
listen.
We're arguing stuff that's not even.
It's called.
You're not making sense.
It's called the
You're not making no sense,
scientific
bro.
method.
We can move on.
It's called the
We can keep
scientific
moving on.
method.
We can keep moving on, bro.
I hear what
That don't make no
Priest
sense.
is saying, but Priest don't hear what you are saying.
I do.
He's not listening to me. He's not. He's just screaming over me.
Rad. It's called the scientific method. It starts
Sam,
off with
but
a
you have data.
hypothesis.
Yes, Sam. You have data. Of your
But where are
family.
you getting
have
the
no
data
right-
from? Where are you getting the data from? The
Your
people,
family,
the same.
Sam.
No, nigga, the what?
And they live, Sam. Your family
See,
lives.
this is what I be talking about,
Yo,
Rad.
Sam.
Y'all
Sam.
lying to
Priest,
yourself.
Let me hop in. Let me hop in.
Yo, this guy is crazy.
I would
I
say
don't know
this.
what I'm saying.
I would say that like blood pressure and all that stuff that is hereditary. I don't know if reaction to the vaccine is. So just because it happened to your uncle,
Okay,
I don't know.
Nobody knows. That's my point. I don't know.
But
either.
who told you that?
Taking that stance,
Who-
you taking that stance that's Rad's stance.
Okay, but Rad,
Like,
I
who,
don't know.
who
I don't know
told
if
you?
it is.
Who told you that hypertension is hereditary? Who told you that? Another doctor and scientist, right?
Maybe because the last lineage, everybody in your lineage had. What are you talking about,
But
Sam?
how did
It's-
they-
it's you,
okay,
you're going
Rad,
based off your
how-
history.
how-
It's data.
How did they know that they had hypertension? Yes, that's my point. We know because of
Yeah,
scientists and doctors.
Sam,
So
yeah,
like my only
yo.
issue is why are you
Yeah, Rad.
do you see what I'm saying, Rad?
What
I
Priest is
get what you're
is that
saying, but we
you-
arguing two
that
different
you-
things.
That you are pick and choosing when you want to.
I'm not.
Yes, you
This is
are.
no. This is what. No, it's not. This is because we're arguing two different things. The science is the science. I'm not arguing science. I have not said anything about science. I'm saying, according to the science, if my father gets gout from eating stuff and his father gets gout from eating stuff, I shouldn't eat that stuff, right? If my uncle died or my father died from the vaccine, I'm not taking that vaccine. Like,
Rad.
it's not. I'm not
But that's-
arguing science.
that's-
I'm not arguing
but-
nothing.
but-
I'm
yes,
saying,
but
that's fishy. I'm not doing that.
That's
Is
okay.
that not simple? It's that simple as
Okay,
that.
but
I'm
no,
not
no,
talking
you're
about
right.
science.
No,
I'm
you're
saying nothing
right.
about science.
That is no. You are, but you actually are talking about it. That it is a simple way of looking at it.
Okay,
But
I'm
thank
not going,
God.
I'm not going
But
against
thank
or for
God,
science.
thank God we do have
I'm using my
people
common
who
sense.
study that. I agree. I don't say that common sense is not right, but if we stuck with common sense, we'll be in a terrible place. My point is this, Rad. We were told that certain things was hereditary because certain other things are not hereditary, right? Just like they told us that AIDS was hereditary or AIDS was because we was black or something stupid like that. They were saying that.
But Sam,
but
this,
we
before
know
you, before you stop,
from
Sam, don't bring in
science.
nothing. Don't bring in nothing that I'm not. I'm saying gout. I'm
Okay,
saying
but Rad,
and
whatever
vaccine,
the illness
I'm
is,
not
though.
talking about AIDS
what-
that wasn't. I'm not saying because I'm not saying stuff you can't get. I'm not talking about stuff they lied about. I'm not talking about no conspiracy theories. I'm
That's
talking
not a
about
conspiracy
me.
theory, it's a fact.
I'm not talking about nothing of that. Me with my own observation of my eyes.
How do you know what gout is?
My dad's feet get big. Because
Uric
he eats this
acid.
food, we found out.
A buildup
He
of
out-
uric
he out-
acid, right?
Whatever. I don't even care. I'm not talking science.
But how do you
Sam.
know
I
that
don't
that's
want to say
bad?
nothing scientific.
How do we know? But
that's your
but
argument is a bad argument.
Gout
I'm
is a
about to-
scientific term. Gout is a scientific term.
Yo, all right.
I'm not saying nothing about science.
Let me
From
hop
you.
in. Let me hop in.
But
Like,
gout.
he-
hop in
he
and-
keeps saying
and-
he's
but-
not bad.
and break it- I
argument
know.
is bad. I'm not
But-
saying the science.
Y'all
But
talking
that
in
is
circles
science,
now.
right? You can't say
I do.
like, what are you
I
talking
do
about?
have a question
dude is
besides
crazy.
science, though. Yeah, I do have a question besides science because I want to talk about the basketball aspect of it because we have a little experience of this. If Kyrie can't practice and he can't play in home games, but he can play in away games, what does the point guard that runs the first team in practice, how does he feel? Because this happened to us because Priest practiced with varsity and Nelson and Nash
Nice connection,
be
nice
in
connection.
practice busting their ass. And next thing I know, here come Priest come during game day with his jersey getting all the minutes.
But this,
What does the point guard say to that?
one, it's a different scenario because I was practicing just with other players. I wasn't banned. I just wasn't practicing with the.
Yeah,
JV.
he was practicing.
So
with
I was-
varsity,
but I
No,
was
you was
like-
Kai. You was the
But
Kyrie
wait,
of
but-
us that
but-
goes.
but-
when you
but
came down, that
nothing.
didn't mean nothing to us because y'all really
Well,
offense.
Well, the
than
thing
us.
about it is, I mean, I think that for Steve Nash it's gonna be hell, because Kyrie is not gonna be able to. He's not gonna be able to play in Brooklyn, right? That's literally half the games.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to play in half the games. I don't know if something's gonna happen between then and now, but like him not like I'm gonna be honest. I would just say, Kyrie, you can't play. I would just right? It's too much of a headache. And one, if you can't play in half the games anyway, and you can't play in first of all, if you talking about
playoff games,
like the playoff, you can't play in playoff games. Like that's insane. Like you're not playing then. If we got multiple teams in Los Angeles, it's multiple teams there, so you can't play there. That's like 4 road trips.
I think it's just San Fran though.
Oh, okay. If it's San Fran, okay. So you can't play in Golden State.
You can't get into Toronto.
You can't play in Golden State. You can't play Toronto. It's just like it's a dub, bro. It's a dub. Like it's a dub. Like if the Knicks played Brooklyn in the first series of the playoffs, you can't play no games. Like you just can't play at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I would nip that in the butt, and it's frustrating because it's only unique to Kyrie. Well, I guess it may be unique to somebody in Golden State, but in those hot spots that Raz said, it's only unique to those players. But at the same time, it is what it is, and just like anybody else who has a job, who has an employer, they reserve the right to do that if it is not discriminatory. And this is not discriminatory. They're not discriminating on one person or another. It's just for them, it's a health concern.
I think it'll get reevaluated.
How did you feel practicing with varsity but then playing with JV?
I guess hindsight is 20/20, but I was a cerebral player, and I kind of got the big picture. So I knew then me practicing with varsity was better for me, even though it wasn't necessarily better for everybody else. For me and Maurice, it was better for us to practice with varsity because those players were better. And we were getting better by playing against them. It's just a fact. We were. And generally, it was.
Come on, bro.
Am I missing something?
Come on, bro.
You get better.
Like the players we were playing against, it's not like you was going against, like Niagara Falls.
I agree with that, but in high school
against JoJo.
Yeah, but
JoJo
is better than JoJo, but all those players were better than Mims and Naz. Like I know I was gonna dominate. Like in like we were gonna dominate that. It's a fact we was.
I don't know.
I don't know why wouldn't we dominate?
Because it's not like you didn't dominate on JV in general.
Yeah, we did. We only lost 2 games, Mike.
Well, us as a team.
Yes, but if you take me and Reese off the team, y'all don't win all those games. And the only reason we lost. Okay, so I mean, like, yes, obviously it's a team game. I'm not excluding your contribution or anybody else. My point is, it was a fact that we were going to dominate this because we were better. It's just it's a fact. Listen. My point is that sometimes it has a good effects on people, sometimes it had negative effects on people. For Ante, it did not necessarily. I don't know if Ante feels the same way.
Mills got games though. I mean, Mills didn't get games. At least you and Reese got games. But in practice,
Mills
how many shots did y'all get?
Mills, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and I know I'm not. Yo, we gave them the most work at all times. It was never a practice where they Am I lying, Mills?
Well, I hear you. No, I'm not. I'm saying.
Am I lying?
That's what I'm saying.
Did we not give them work, Mills?
That you talking about you playing up. It's like, bro, you playing against
But they're still better though. Overall, just playing with those players are still better.
But not to a level where I think your game is really that much improving.
For sure, I think so.
If you're running the third team offense during practice, you are not getting that many reps.
I was getting all the reps. I was getting reps though.
So that's why I'm curious.
Yeah, I was getting just as many reps as anybody else.
I was shooting all the shots. But in practice in JV.
But they didn't. I mean, that's what some of it. Like some people, some of them did not like it. Like everybody didn't like us.
No, Naz hated it.
Well,
Nelson,
I'm talking on varsity too, though. On varsity too, they didn't necessarily like us practicing with them, but because Rapple,
you in the way.
Rapple always showed. I mean, like for me and Maurice was golden child, and I was Sammy. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do no wrong. So I mean, like there was no shortage of everything. I got as many reps. I got as many shots. I mean, that's where I developed my mellow pull up. Mills can attest to it. You know what I'm saying? It was one.
I would say, to go specifically to y'all point. I mean, I can't be mad at that because you look from a coach's perspective. You seeing Reese. He was in running for being the best player
on the
you
team.
had that tech.
Period.
You know what I mean? So you kind of
Yeah.
got to massage that in the best way you can. You know what I mean? So I understand that Sam being a point guard. I understand the place Rapper was in with that. You know what I mean? You don't, you got some people coming back. You got a lot of people in front of those guys, but the potential of them being from freshmen all the way 4 years, thinking you got something, I honestly, I don't know if I did it the same way. Maybe
I don't know
would,
how them play.
maybe halfway. Yeah, maybe not having them varsity, maybe halfway through the
I wish he
season.
did me like
See
that.
what I
wish
got
played
with my
JV
guys.
game.
I probably would have seen what I got with my juniors and seniors. And then if it was like, all right, I would have got some new fresh faces in. But like how he just strictly practiced it, I wouldn't probably did it that way. But I think I still would have had Reese getting I want Reese checking Justin. I want Reese because Reese checking you or Haishan is not
the same
at the
at
time
all.
checking Justin.
Or them
You know what I
checking
mean? So
you. Or them checking you.
I'm checking. Or me.
Yeah,
But I was a 5. I was like a
Not
center.
you,
I mean,
but
so,
you get what I'm saying.
yeah. So I'm saying you want him checking the best 3 you got,
And him
because
being
you want him
checked
to
by
become
them.
the best 3. Yeah. So I understand that. You know what I mean? And it's to get in that specifically. But as far as Kyrie, Kyrie, the work Kyrie put in, I'm sorry, he's gonna be 10 times better than the backup.
Be all right. Yeah.
No, I don't think they're going to be all right. I don't think they're going to win a chance. I don't think they win it. Yeah, I think Kyrie's going to come and do good, but as a team,
That's crazy.
I think you're not. I don't think you win the finals because I think you don't win the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you win the finals. It's crazy.
Any more basketball stuff? I did want to get into a little Brady and Belichick.
Basketball. Preseason is on somehow. I forgot.
Crazy how it's back.
Anybody got league
It's
pass?
already back. I had it last year, but I don't know if I got it this year. I didn't re-up.
Okay.
Well, I had the password and I had access to it. I didn't pay it myself.
Where you get it from?
Box had it.
Oh,
Shout out
Box
to
had it. Oh, okay.
Shout out to Box.
Deontay had it last year. That's how I had it.
I watch all the Hornets games. Now I'm going. I watch all the Hornets games, all the Pelicans games. Now I'm. That's totally different.
Yeah,
I don't pay Box anything.
That's the thing.
But,
yeah, I don't know why you keep.
And I definitely didn't sign the 360 though. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch all the Bills games. I'm definitely a
What
Bulls.
games?
I'm Charlotte fan.
Bulls.
Bulls and Charlotte fan for sure. I'm my 2.
Dude, stop saying that. Say you're a Alonzo and LaMelo fan.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Stop conflating the two.
Yes, I agree with that too.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm watching all the Bulls. I'm supporting the Bulls this year.
Yeah, that's what's up. That Bulls would be nice. I'm still mad at Vu preach. I'm still mad at Vu. We had the hitter.
Y'all was thinking about that the other day, bro.
Yeah,
Yo, I was really thinking about that at
that was
work.
life-changing money.
Oh my god.
That was life-changing money
that just
right there.
pissed me.
Yeah, that was life-changing money. So I'll get to a little NFL before we get out of here. Brady, Belichick. They played. They I don't know. They stood off or they had their showdown. Sunday night. Tampa versus Belichick. Tampa versus Patriots. Brady versus Belichick. First time Brady playing the Patriots ever in his life. First time ever going against the Bill Belichick defense in his, besides practice, but in a real game in his life. I guess, what's your thoughts about that whole situation? They had a secret meeting. It seemed like they are kind of cool. Like, what's your thoughts about that game? And Tampa did win, but it wasn't easy for Brady. It's a close game.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game. Good atmosphere. It was good to see that the players still appreciate Brady for being who he is, despite him leaving the team and everything like that. I think they
didn't leave. Then they didn't resign him.
I'm just saying he's not there anymore. So he left. But it's good for one.
The boot.
Yeah. For one, it's good. It's good to see fans cheering him on, people cheering him on.
Now they booed him, didn't they? I saw they booed him.
They cheered him in the beginning, then they booed him during the game.
They cheered him on. They booed him when they shut the lights off. Did the whole introduction and all that stuff. But it was fans in the stands that had half Tampa Bay, half Patriot jerseys on. They respect him as a player. But, at the end of the game, it's still business. You go out there, you want to win the game. But it was good to see that, Belichick, was creative. People thought that Brady, would go out there and dominate, them because Brady was the one that made the Patriots who the Patriots are. You know what I'm saying? And it was good to see that Belichick still had, things that he can do to stop Tom Brady in an aspect. Like Brady didn't go out there and dominate. He struggled. Belichick threw different things at him throughout the night and, made him have to make tough decisions. And then on the other hand, he equipped his quarterback to make good decisions, to keep him in game. So, it was a good battle, a good game. It was good to see, both sides, come together, and show that, despite the organization, despite football, we still family. We love each other at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think it was an emotional night for Brady. I think it's, just I can't imagine, you literally 20 years in one place, winning, like super successful, as successful as anybody has been at anything sports wise, you know what I mean? So going back to that place, with a different team, coming back with a ring, proving that whatever, those things about who's better, who's it more important for, you know what I mean? Coming back with a ring, back to, what you helped build in New England. So I know it's emotional for him. It was a tough win. I think comparatively, I would say, I'm not gonna say I don't know, but probably all the Super Bowls, after all the Super Bowls, this probably was one of the most, I'm gonna say toughest or maybe different, some 9, I think he went to the Super Bowl 10 times, those 10 games, and this is probably number 11 if you rank them maybe, because, the emotions, how much media, how much everything, it was treated like a Super Bowl. It was treated like, next level coverage. So how that was dissected and stuff like that. So for him to get a win, it was kind of impressive because he was off. You tell he was off. You tell, New England had all the momentum, the fans, they was behind Mac Jones. Mac Jones was playing well enough. Bill Belichick, his son, I forgot his son's name, but he's the defensive coordinator. They saying he's the, guy in running for real. That's what they say. He's really the one who's going to, take over his dad's role as the head coach. He came out with a great plan. He was rushing 3, pull him, was rushing 3, rushing, 4, pull him, confusing Brady, not taking away those quick passes away from him, you know what I mean? And having Brady having to look at second, third options, you know what I mean? Like making Brady hold on to the ball longer. You know what I mean? Essentially, that's what he was doing. They wasn't even getting to him that much. They just letting him hold the ball longer. And that was messing up his rhythm. So his son pull out one of the best schemes you could against Brady, and they did well. I don't think they got the pieces yet to compete on that level. Mac Jones still young. They running back still young. They defense. Everything is. You can tell they had a well coached team against a good coach team with just better players. That's what it was. You know what I mean? It's just, and it came off as that they just didn't have the players to get that done. But and Bill and Tom figured out to get that field goal. So I think shout out to Tom. Tom showed he's the greatest. I think the whole private meeting and stuff to talk about that. I think it's just two people recognizing how important both each other was to each other. You know what I mean? Bill Belichick understanding. Man. Yeah, it's like I don't know how it was just perfect. I think they both just needed each other, to grow as coaches and as a player. And we just saw that as far as the scheme that Belichick had and as far as Tom Brady, not playing well and still overcoming and still getting the win out. Because, that's Tom Brady's career. You know what I mean? He ends up winning at the end. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes.
I think you can get rid of that argument of who was more important to the other person and just realize and understand that they were just a perfect match at the end of the day.
Well, Tom got one, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, but I mean, Belichick got one as a DC, and which two, which essentially kind of what he was, and why I think Brady, why they was so dominant, because Brady, he had a lot of duds, but when Peyton Manning had a dud, his defense let up 40. When Brady had a dud, right, he only needed 14 to still win. So I think they both were equally important. I think Brady being the best quarterback ever. I mean, I take him with any coach, Bruce Arians, but he's a great coach too. And you'd be fine. But if Belichick ever get a good quarterback again, I think the Patriots would be right back dominant.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Hopefully Mac Jones don't turn into nothing. Well, so what's up with Josh? I know Josh Allen is not overdue bills, but Nas texted the group chat yesterday and said that he'd rather have Justin Herbert than Josh Allen. Do y'all agree with that?
I think it's that's a little. I'm not saying it's a little early. I'm not going to say that because Justin Herbert. You put any of those two guys in a good position, they would do well. I think Justin Herbert. What I like about Justin Herbert is I think as of right now, like his quickness to read the field, he kind of a gunslinger. Like he kind of like it's like he got everything. He really kind of like the perfect right as of right now. He's tall, 6'5". He's athletic enough. He doesn't hold the ball too long. He would make literally any throw. He would throw throws that, not many people would even attempt. Justin Herbert, and he got a strong arm. So I'm not mad at that. Justin Herbert is really good playing right now. Now, if you go on and based on this season, I will check with me after this game. Cleveland is a really good defense, and I will see. Let's see if he still dominate against this defense. We'll see. But I'm not mad at that. But right now, I will go Josh Allen now. But Justin Herbert, I think that Deshaun Watson not being here has pushed him up a little bit. But people is saying is Patrick Mahomes and it's Justin Herbert right now. That's because Josh Allen inconsistencies and Justin Herbert has come out and be the same person every time. It seems like. So I'm not mad at it, but I think it's still a little early.
I mean, his maturation process is happening quicker. It took Josh Allen 3 years, legit 3 years, to be good. He wasn't good when he came in Buffalo at first. He had tools, but so does a lot of quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, from start to finish, at least from this point, he's been money. He's been money. Now, granted, they didn't win any games last year, and I guess that's a next step for him. Josh Allen has gone to
a lot of bad coaching too.
That's fine. Josh Allen has gone to an AFC Championship. So we'll see.
Yeah, Anthony Lynn.
Yeah, Anthony Lynn's crazy, but we'll see.
They both had Anthony Lynn.
We'll see.
Anything else?
Super Bowl halftime. Just a real quick. Super Bowl halftime. Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Mary J, West Coast, and it's New York too, because Mary J. So what do y'all think? Jay-Z pretty much is the architect behind this whole thing. Tyler the J. So what y'all think about this? It's in LA. It's in LA in a new $5 million stadium they got out there. SoFi. So what do y'all think about
You said $5 million?
$5 billion. I mean, sorry, $5 billion. $5 billion stadium out there.
We got a stadium.
Nah, the $5 billion stadium.
Johnny B. Wiley, that's how much Johnny B. cost. I'm with it. Right, they in LA. Get the LAX. I was surprised about the Mary. I was wondering how that got through in because Mary got like Dre wasn't her producer. Like she did a lot with Diddy, right?
She got a song with everybody though.
I'm sure.
I'm sure she got a hit. We don't remember right now. She got a hit with somebody.
Right. To me, it would have made more sense to end it with 50 because he also from the Dre camp.
That would actually been a good person. They should make an
audible. He probably said no. He probably want to handlight himself.
Yeah.
50.
But that would have been a good person. 50
would have handlined Super Bowl. That's hilarious.
50 definitely. I
believe it.
You know you do.
But it should be dope. I'm with it.
It's gonna be better than last year.
Kendrick. Who was last year?
The weekend.
That was terrible.
Oh, the weekend. Oh, yeah, that was terrible. Rad tried to come throw him some bail and say it was a combination of two other shows. Like, bro, I don't care about any of those other shows.
Bruno was the best in well, I guess Bruno and Beyonce, but I like Bruno's was the best. I think Bruno's was better. Bruno was better than Beyonce's personally. Sorry,
Bruno was
don't
crazy.
kill me.
Bruno, that sent them to another level.
He's terrible.
Like I put him a different.
I love Bruno. Bruno is amazing, especially live. I know the albums might you not like here, but you can't deny the live when he go live and do what he do.
I denied it.
The music, if you don't like it, but his live performances.
What does he do? He's not entertaining.
He does everything.
He doesn't do
anything.
He doesn't dance good. He doesn't sing good.
Oh wow.
Do y'all think that this halftime show would appeal the Caucasian race?
Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem. Once you put Eminem in there, you're fine.
Snoop Dogg, Eminem.
Snoop Dogg was calling some UFC, but it was not UFC.
Snoop Dogg and Eminem. Snoop is the biggest crossovers you can get.
Snoop Dogg got one.
Snoop was with Martha Stewart. Like he's
Stewart.
He's literally
Snoop and Eminem are the two biggest crossover probably rappers.
Yeah. Well, Eminem is not crossover. Maybe Drake. Eminem is white.
He's just white. He's just white. But I'm talking about hip hop.
He actually doesn't cross the
biggest hip hop artist that will cross every platform is probably Snoop and Eminem. They probably
Snoop
and Tupac obviously, but he's not here. But Drake. Snoop and and Drake is probably third. But
Yeah, Drake,
them three. So you got 2 out of the top 3. So you're fine. They're fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once Eminem
white
being in
people
there,
love Snoop.
he had to throw Eminem in there. Eminem was like, all right, yo, it's getting black.
Yeah.
This is wild out here.
Yeah.
They got West Coast, they got Detroit, and they got New York. So you got to, you know what I mean? You got to
No, it's
respect that.
fine, yeah.
And then Kendrick got some classics that he gonna come with. That's gonna be crazy. Eminem obviously they all got a powerful set that's gonna be insane. I mean, I can't really imagine. It's gonna be a great show. I think. It's gonna be. I don't want to see Dr. Dre dancing. I hope he's not trying to dance under no light or nothing crazy. Hopefully, he just. I don't know what Dr. Dre gonna do. Maybe,
just
but we'll see.
So I guess we can all assume, and we all did, anyways. But it's quiet for a Dre, Mary J, Eminem versus.
Oh yeah, they probably got some contract. You probably can't even hear their music until the Super Bowl. They probably on some. Yeah, but I don't think Dre was ever gonna do one anyway. Eminem, I don't see him doing. He never come outside. Snoop already did one. Mary, I thought Mary would do one. Mary is interesting. Mary, Mariah Carey, whatever you want to do. Mary got hits. Mary can hit. Can go with a lot of females. So I think Mary should have did one. I think Mary need to be appreciated more. But we'll see.
All right. So speaking of verses, they got something coming out. Then we can get out of here. I don't know. Did y'all see that?
LL and Buster.
Really?
No. Who?
LL and Buster.
No, I didn't see that.
Is that real?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody was just showing.
I hope not.
No, I don't think so. No.
Why?
No, it's nice. It would be nice. I would like. It'd be great hip music. But I want I don't know.
Oh shit.
Better matchup. I don't know. Not the best
Big
matchup.
Daddy Kane and KRS-One.
Yeah, I seen that. It's
It's
quiet.
October 17th.
Yeah, it's quiet.
But
okay.
Supercat, they're doing like an icons, and Supercat is going to have his own, like D'Angelo did. I guess he's going to do his own concert.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Who was
Who
Supercat?
the hell is Supercat?
He must be Jamaican because Versus put a whole bunch of Jamaican flags in your cabinet.
Because I heard of Thundercats. Oh, remember Thundercats? Or is that He-Man? That's why.
No, so in Brooklyn, let's end the show because
y'all didn't watch Thundercats?
Yo,
I did.
I watched it as a kid.
But then you confuse it with He-Man.
They're very similar. The animator was the same, I think. Whatever.
Yeah.
But one more thing, we gotta go. We gotta talk about Urban Meyer, bro. Y'all seen the Urban Meyer video?
We don't. It's not news, right? He's a creep.
Did y'all see the Urban Meyer video?
He had the
Well,
shorty.
I didn't see it. What happened?
My question is,
Nothing.
my question is, do you think is he gonna last as a head coach? That's my question.
No,
is he probably,
not because of that?
is he
because
done?
he sucks.
I'm just saying that, and he's like, do you think you're in over his head?
I think what it is
He gotta apologize. He had to already apologize.
Those things.
He didn't say he's not gonna lose his job.
He's not gonna lose his job.
I mean,
he just paid him all that money. Those things pile on you, but they don't make it better. But like, he's not actually doing good X's and O's. Like, you know what I mean? That's the problem with Urban Meyer. And with all the reports of him not, being committed to the job and all that, and we know what it takes to be an NFL head coach, that's the problem. So it's like, and we've seen this song and dance before.
Yeah, but
like
a lot
Spurrier,
of
Nick Saban, it's a lot of people who try it, and it's like, it's not for you. So take to
Carroll did it.
It's people who have done it, and it's Cliff Kingsbury. He's 4-0. He's supposed to be the best, But the other hardball got out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is, and it just looks like Urban Meyer is not right for the job. So.
Because Urban Meyer, he can do whatever he want in college.
Yeah.
A USC job just opened too.
Day one, he hired a gym trainer and they got him out of there. It's like, bro, it's not college. You can't just do what you want. Like, you gotta, it's politics that you gotta uphold, is work ethic. Like, you can't just walk into a kid's living room and like, oh my God, you're Urban Meyer. Like, bro, you talking to people
get paid more than you.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are.
I wouldn't have picked him anyway. That was a stupid hire. Like, the man quit because he said his kids or something like that. He had, like, it's like, bro, then you're not ready for the NFL then. If you can't say no to your kids, then you're not ready for the NFL. It's just as simple as that. Like, and that's a fact. All the coaches know that. You got to give up your life. Like, your kids are not going to see you.
Belichick's son had to learn football if you want to spend time with
that's
him.
what I'm saying.
It's like, I'm watching film. You want to come hang out? Come watch this film.
It's too
come break down
demanding.
come break down this defense.
Cut it out, bro.
Yeah, but no, it was great.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say
great
that.
episode. Great episode. We are back weekly. We here with y'all every week. We'll be back next Tuesday. Deliver some more news, some more fantasy. It's not looking good for me, but I'm about to turn it around. So y'all, man, y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for my team. Y'all pray for my players. Pray for the health. Please.
This Mike keeps bringing out the prayers.
prayers.
Trust the draft, Mike. Trust the draft, man. Trust the draft. Trust the draft, bro.
Yeah, hashtag
trust the draft. Trust the draft.
All right, y'all boys. Great show. And we kick it with everybody later. Hoo-dee-hoo!
Recording stop.
Remember them regular days when there wasn't no more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling like everyone plotting on me. Gotta pray for my people to block where they stay. And I know they all counting on me. To go, we going straight to the top. You can't never look down on the streets. Remember them regular days when there wasn't no more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling like everyone plotting on me. Gotta pray for my people to block where they stay.